Here we go.
What's going on, guys? TheNerdySteve here, back with a draft analysis for the WSS, the World Showdown series. We're in a new draft league, and today, yesterday or today, they said on Saturday, on August 12th, there was a draft that happened live, and I personally was not there to draft myself. I had my good friend and wonderful coach himself from way before in the IBO, the commissioner of the IBO himself, Mr. Celestialite. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. Hey guys, Celestialite here.
So he was very kind enough to help us out, and he's actually going to be helping us throughout the entire draft. Well, he helped us during the draft, but he's gonna be helping us out during the whole season, because we're not the best team builder per se. We have our fun, but when it comes to team builder, we have a little too much fun, and then we lose a lot of the matches because of that. But there was a lot of stress in this draft, and considering that we had to text each other like during half the time. Mind you, when this happened, dude, I got some really dirty looks like from my chef. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is important. Sorry, this is important. I'm like, sorry, happens. But we had a game plan in mind, guys. So so this might be a little bit of a longer video if you want to skip around a little bit. You're more than welcome to. But there's a little bit of like story that's gonna happen in this whole analysis. But all right, let's start off with our first draft pick. Who did we got first, man?
Alright, so we started off the draft, and we were the 8th pick. So we went through all the 7 picks before us. And
that's my luck, right?
Yeah, a lot of people picked megas. There were some that actually avoided picking megas till like over halfway through the draft. But we wanted this one mon as our first to help set up our core, and we picked Mega Scizor.
Mega Scizor. So Mega Scizor is a Pokemon I've been wanting to try out for such a long time, my dude. I've been sniped before, and all the times that I've been wanting to use it, I've seen this thing do work in so many leagues. I've seen this thing do work in OU. Technician boost is such a good thing, and personally, I love the regular Scizor over this thing, but we needed a good Mega that was gonna handle. We were actually going who was our second choice? If this thing got sniped from us,
I believe it was Mega Venusaur.
Yeah, so we had the chance to get this thing, but if this thing got sniped, we were gonna go for the Mega Venusaur. Just to a quick little shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, because he put that thought in my mind, and I love Venusaur too as a Mega. But what are your things that you enjoy about this mon? Really
Mega Scizor?
Yeah.
Let's see. It gets access to Swords Dance. It gets access to Defog especially, which I think is crazy good. It gets all of that priority. It's a really bulky defensive mon that you don't even really need to invest attack in. All in all, I think it's a great mon. That fire weakness is the biggest threat to it, but other than that, I think we can get some real work done with it.
If I recall from the first season of the IBL, and yes, we're gonna make a lot of references to the all IBL and this league, just because it's my only experience with the IBL, with the league format. But in the last IBL, I think Elite 4 walkthroughs had this mon, and he literally only ran it as all bulk, and he did not invest anything in his attack, and he was eating up, he ate two HP fires. He ate up 2 flamethrowers. This thing can take hits.
My goodness.
And can roost up right afterwards, so it's not.
Oh yeah, I forgot about roost.
He gets roost. That's the best thing about him. He gets roost. So honestly, just having the VP, the Bug Bite, which gets the Technician boost as well. The Aerial Ace in case we need a flying coverage. We have ways to do stuff with this mon. So we found out that we wanted this mon. Overall, let's just give him the baton pass like for last. But this thing can be ran in so many different ways. It's ridiculous. So this thing is our defogger as well, and plus get the U-turn, I believe, right, as well.
Yes, I believe it does.
So
it just does. U-turn does not get the technician boost.
Yeah, true. But you still get stabbed, so there's always that. So with this mon, we were thinking, okay, we wanted a very stylish way to play, and by stylish I mean we were really trying to go for the styles, and the best one that we wanted, I think we were able to get up in round 2, right?
Yes, in round 2, we started looking around, and the idea that came into our head was to pair Mega Scizor up with Alolan Ninetales. So
if you guys don't, first of all, we already have our Steel Fairy type right here, like already on like in the first 2 mons. Alolan Ninetales, beautiful, amazing new mon from the new like generation. Biggest thing it has, Aurora Veil. Aurora Veil is pretty much a double screens in 1 turn, and it lasts in it's only in the hail though, so unfortunately if we lose the hail, even though we have the veil up, it doesn't work. But we can just reset the hail up and then set the veil once again. So this pretty much makes it so all of our mons can live any hit that is supposed to be either super effective. It halves the damage of everything, so it's pretty much like, if you think of it as well as like a damage on a reducing berry, pretty much like that, but for 5 whole turns.
Yeah, and we have the Aurora Veil to cover the Scizor, making it even bulkier. We have the Blizzard and the Hail, so it's guaranteed. It gets access to Freeze Dry to take care of water types when we need to. All in all, this mon, great.
It's fast with a base on a 109, decently bulky with base 100 special defense. 181 in special attack is lackluster, but it does get on the nasty plot, and either way it can live a hit under the veil either way, so not really a big problem for us overall. But this thing, I've been wanting to use this beautiful mon for so long. I have used it in the VGC format a lot. I've used it in UU a lot because Veil is just way too clutch, and I think I also used it sometimes in OU to just use again the Veil is just way too strong. It can get, I think, defogged away, but I don't know exactly that whole like the mechanic with that. But overall, I absolutely love this mon. I can't believe that we actually were able to get it in tier 2. Mind you, that is our tier 3 mon. So we pretty much grabbed the Mega in the very first slot, then we got a tier 3 mon like right off the bat. So I really love this mon. How about you, man?
Overall, this was a great start to the team. As soon as we drafted this, the other coaches were like, these 2 mons are such a threat together.
See, I didn't know about that. I was nowhere near the draft. I was at work this entire time. All I got told was like, we got Ninetales. I'm like, the team is being built. Like, all through text. Like, the team is like, we have a game plan. I deleted like the whole the game plan just because I didn't want to ruin for you guys, in case we have to go back to like we do need to go back to fill in like the last 4 months. But either way, I absolutely love Ninetales. I'm super excited to be using this. Probably I think that this is gonna be like probably one of the months that we bring every single week, because of the Veil, right? Pretty much.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less. It may vary over
the other ones.
It may vary like over the weeks, but again, this is just the first 2 months, and I'm already getting hype about this draft. All right, so for round number 3, like what happened?
All right, so round number 3, it was early in round number 2, and I think it was Blue Jay that took what we wanted. We wanted Thundurus T, but she took it from us. I think it was her. I'm not sure. So we were going back and forth in tier 2 to look for a good electric type.
It wasn't Blue Jay. It was somewhere else.
Someone else?
I think the Blue Jay has Landorus T instead of the Thundurus T that we wanted.
You're right. She picked up the Lando. I don't remember who picked up Thundurus. But anyway,
doesn't
we were
matter.
going between the electric types, and the two we were debating between was the Circuitry and the Thunderous Eye.
Oh, Christmas tree.
And we went back and forth on both of these. But when it came down to it, we finally decided, and we went for Thunderous Incarnate.
So I've had this mon before. I had it in the season 0 of the IBL, the one that we scrapped out. But I had this as a trade, and when I got this mon, I absolutely fell in love with it. The biggest reason why this thing won over the over the Circuitry, mind you, I wanted the Circuitry so bad, and you knew that I wanted that mon so bad.
Oh yeah.
But the number one factor that made it so that, you know what, we had to let go of it was the flying typing. Overall, we needed a ground immunity that was not a levitate user. And in our notes from before, we didn't have that. Besides the thunderous, the thunderous T. So hard to say. I don't know why. The thunderous T. We wanted that one because it hits like it's base 145 special attack. I'll deal with the base 125. It's less. It's 20 less, but we got way more speed than we needed. Plus the 115 in attack is still very good. We can run this physical, special, as a sweeper, as a pivot, as a
and as a support with Prankster.
As a support too with it's the Prankster. Even though it got nerfed, the Prankster still works very, very well. It gets the Thunderbolt. He gets Thunder Wave, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Why would he not get Thunder Wave? It's his name. It's Thunderous. He should get Thunder Wave. He gets Brick Break, Crunch, Dark Pulse, the Flash Cannon. Wait, do you get Slush Wave? Thank you. I was so afraid he did not get this. For some reason, I thought that because it wasn't the like the Cloud form or whatever, I thought he wouldn't get the Slush Wave for Slush Bomb, but apparently he does. So we're all set. We're fine with that. I'm okay. I'm good with that. Plus, he can run Taunt. He can do whatever he wants. He can U-turn out instead of having to rely on the Volt Switch. So I'm very happy about this pickup. Slightly upset that it wasn't the one that we really wanted, because that 20
losing that Volt Absorb was the biggest thing, honestly.
The Volt Absorb was one of the biggest factors that we were missing. Unfortunately, we were again sniped. We can't really do much about it. But we got the one that I kind of can relate, because even with the Circuitry, he has less bulk in this thing, but he also has less weaknesses as well. Because now we have 2 rock weaknesses, which now I should not be saying all this stuff either. But we have we have now a weakness to rock, although we do have the Scizor. It's fine, but I personally love this thing. I have used it before. I'm very happy about it. Plus, it's 111 speed. We have a speed tier now, bro. Come on, I'm good with that. All right,
I think it's real solid and it'll work out well.
All right, so for the next pick, what do we have?
Okay, so pick number 4. All in all, our draft is still going about as expected as we wanted. We honestly had planned for the Thunderous to be sniped from us, and we had those 2 planned out as backups already. Everything goes fairly smoothly for the first bit, and we even get our ideal 4th pick, and we went down to tier 3 and picked up Flygon.
Did we not have to like move stuff around in our draft list as well to be able to do this? Because I think that Flygon was supposed to be our 5th pick. If I
it was actually still our 4th.
Okay, so so like it was still our 4th. Plus, my buddy, my good pal, Google. Oh my God, Google the Flygon. If you guys don't know the joke, go back to the X and Y co-op. Google the Flygon. Rest in peace. Spoilers. Rest in peace. I don't care. He's the only one that gets the name. He's the only one that gets the name right now. But Google the Flygon. I love Googles. Google is amazing. I love Flygon. I loved it in Gen 3. I loved it in competitive play. I never got to use it though, because it's always got sniped right before I wanted a dragon type. It always got sniped, and I have to use, some other dragon type. But Google the Flygon, base 80 all around except for attack and speed. Speed at base 100. Again, speed types with all base 100 mons, which is amazing. Gets amazing coverage. And I don't know what to say about this thing, because it's just too good to talk about. Plus, we have another ground immunity with Levitate.
Ground immunity, flying immunity, access to Dragon Dance. That's enough right there.
He got Dragon Dance in this generation. That's what made it super clutch. Because now we can run Dragon Dance, we can set up on people. We don't have to rely on a Scarf. We can
and the defog, actually.
And we got the defog. So now we've got 2 defoggers in one game right now. Like this, he gets Boom Burst. Amazing. People laugh at this move, but base 140 Boom Burst it's scary actually. Plus, who knew this thing got Bug Buzz? I didn't. He looks like a bug. I didn't know he got it. I don't know. I personally love this thing. He has such amazing coverage. He is a great mon. So happy that we got him so early on too.
I don't remember who it was, but I believe we sniped this from someone, and they're planning on picking it later round 4. So we picked it at a good time.
So we picked it at a perfect time. So now we're getting into like, okay, our plans. Even though we got sniped once, we were expecting the TheNerdySteve to get sniped either way, but we needed the Ninetales and the Scizor as the first 2 picks either way. So we made the sacrifice of potentially being sniped, which we did either way. But now that we're going through our draft, we got Flygon. Now who was the next one?
Okay, so round 5, we had already planned that we needed our spinner, because
that's
round
what it
5
was.
is when spinners started to go crazy, and that was when we were predicting them to go crazy, so everything worked out. Some other spinners that were taken were like Dawn Fan and all that stuff. We actually opted to go down into tier 4 for our spinner and picked up the Hitmontop.
So I personally, I am still a little biased about this dude. Hitmontop looks like a great mon overall, like really good stats overall. He has some good special defense, good, some good defense, crappy health, but overall, I think that Hitmontop is a pretty solid mon. I would have opted out to gain him on lead, but that would make us really frail as well. Plus, now we have an Intimidate user, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, Intimidate, Rocky Helmet, and Close Combat. It's
so the
basic Hitmontop.
So the Intimidate made it so that I was actually pretty happy with this. And you don't get knockoff. That's the biggest problem with him. He doesn't get knockoff.
I believe it gets fake out though.
He does get the fake out, which it's not really that big of a deal. But he gets the Gyrable, he gets the BP, he gets Drill Run, which I actually did not know about that. But he gets really good like coverage overall, which I'm okay with. Plus the Intimidate might be actually clutch on with this dude. But the biggest thing was he gets the Rapid Spin. We needed a spinner. As like he said, all the good spinners were going either way. We didn't want the Dawn Fan. We were thinking about Dawn Fan, but that'll be too many ice weaknesses in one draft. But I think that the Hitmontop would do the work, even though it's a tier 4 spinner. I think he's not that bad. He could be better, but he's not that bad. He's no Hitmonlee.
Yeah, I think it'll get through some work for us for sure. The Intimidate was probably the biggest thing about picking him up, though.
The other thing, he doesn't get Sword Stance, but he does get the the bulk up, so that's fine. That's okay with me. He still gets some kind of like either setup or some kind of way to do stuff. Plus, I think he does get Drain Punch, so he can recover back. He doesn't. Drain. Wow. Okay. Mistake? Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. We have ways to, making him live, but he does have he has the Mach Punch, which is a move that we have priority, and way too many priority like already like with the Prankster and the BP and the Mach Punch, so we should be alright. And base 95 is actually still a really good hitter, so we're good with this. Alright, so we got our spinner, we got our 2 defoggers, now what?
Alright, so round 6, this is where we started moving around our plan just a little bit, because some things were starting to go that were starting to worry us a little bit. And we actually moved up one of our tier 3 mons that we were going to pick later on, because it was looking like other coaches were starting to draft more towards that mon. And we actually went for Yuxi next.
Okay, so I thought that you were gonna say, you know, like another person, like another mon for a reason. I don't know why, but Hipster is back. You guys do not know my love for this thing. I had him in the season 0. Again, 2 members of our old draft that was never really uploaded to YouTube. Well, it's still there. You just really have to find it. Uxie, I absolutely love this defensive monster. Do you see those defenses? 130 in both defense and you can run them spit def, you can run them defensive, has the levitate. Again, another ground immunity, which I never seem to get enough of now. Uxie, amazing mon. I think he's also a previous member of E-Force a team from the season 1, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
He used this thing really well. I think I used it better, I'm just saying, but I'm joking, Elite. I'm joking, Elite. We love you, man. But this thing is just, I love Uxie. He gets knockoff. He gets stealth rocks. The biggest thing, he gets stealth rocks, my dude. Like, we needed a reliable stealth rock user that can lift any hit, or 2 or 3 hits, and Uxie is our boy. I personally love this mon. Plus, from the last season of the IBL, this mon gets Trick Room. That's all I wanted, to be honest.
And that's gonna be really useful, I think.
And he also gets the heal belt, but you know, who needs a cleric, right? Who needs a cleric? Not me, of course. Plus he gets Trick too, so if we wanted, we can go flying gem Trick, or like Iron Ball Trick if we really wanted to. I don't know, but I personally love this mon. How about you?
Oh yeah, totally.
I think that this mon is going to fit really well. Well, right now in the first 6, I think that just right there, it's a clear team. In the next 5 picks is when things start starting to get a little bit wacky and where the stories get a little more hectic. This is where we start to like narrow down the team, and this is where everything goes to all Kingdom Come crazy. Alright.
We actually had one more turn before everything goes bad and everywhere.
Everywhere,
so,
it's just went crazy.
Round 7, we had our plan for, we were going to pick 2 mons back to back. And we decided to go for this one first just to help with some of our plans later on, and try and be a little bit more sneaky with our draft and what we were planning. So we decided to go for Gastrodon first.
So if you guys know from Blue Jay on Toast, or from, you know, like the King Nappy, Gastrodon, Cindy, no longer Cindy. I love me some East Coast, nice and beautiful blue, some Gastrodon. Amazing Von with the Storm Drain is able to you get sand. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't matter. You get the Storm Drain, which that means we're now immune. Now we are immune to Dragon. We're immune to ground, and now we're immune to water. Like,
we also have poison immunity on our team as well.
We're immune to poison, my dude. Like, we have immunities for days right now, and Gastrodon just fills the hole. If we weren't able to get a Gastrodon, we were gonna go with the Quagsire, to be honest. Just being blunt with you guys, we were gonna go with the English Steven, with the Quagsire, because I wanted a ground and water type, and we needed a like our bulky water already, and we haven't gotten one yet. So if you guys have seen the team so far, we have gotten the water typing, and this water typing is amazing. I love me some Gastrodon. Super slow, doesn't matter. He gets Blizzard under the hail, never gonna miss. This Gastrodon has 3 eyes. His 3rd eye would never miss. That's what I'm saying right now. Plus he gets the Clear Smog too, so you know, no setting up on me, boys. But I've been wanting to use the thing for so long. He gets Pain Split. Who runs Pain Split on this thing? I don't know. I love this thing. I love Gastrodon. I love him in Gen 4. He used to be my MVP in I think it was when I played Diamond. I love this mon. How about you, man?
Yes, it's a good bulky mon. Access to a whole bunch of useful moves like Memento, Toxic. Lots of just kind of stalling moves and force switches. All in all, I think it fits in great with what we have right now.
I really love this mon. I think it was named PJ Salt back for Blue Giant Toast. I personally loved it. I think this thing was just a great pickup, especially so late in the draft where I think that all the bulky water were pretty much gone, right?
Oh,
I know that you told me that Melodic got sniped.
Melodic got taken.
How about Vaporeon?
Vaporeon, it might have been taken by now. I know it was taken.
Okay, well, I wasn't there, so I have no idea, but I really wanted the Gastrodon. I went a really bulky water type. We were going to pick up the Melodic, but again, that's a tier 2 that I did not want to pay this time around. I think that it did not fit in. Well, it would have fit in our team really well, but I think that that my Felicia needs to have a back seat. Probably in the next season, we might have her back. I don't know, but I love me some Gastrodon. Super. It's slow and it hits hard. Plus, we have the Trick Room, so it can take advantage of the Trick Room. So I'm super happy with that. Plus, it gets recovered, right?
Yes, I believe it does.
Yeah. See, we're set. We're set, guys. All right. So after Gastrodon, I think that this is all where all hell came loose.
This is where things started going bad.
Mind you, this draft pick I wanted to use for the first time ever, and we both thought no one will pick it up. Please tell him. Please tell him the story. Please tell him the story. I'm getting triggered.
So, round 8, we had everything planned out. We had no indication we were going for this mon yet, and it's going all the way down. Round 8 is our round pick, so we went down 8 to 12, 12 back to 8, and literally pick number 9, right before it got to us, next pick, they picked it. And we were going to pick the Crawdont.
Mind you guys, okay, so this is not even like the one that we got, but you look at the team right now, you're like, why is Crawdont even here? It is a beautiful dark and water type. Super slow. We had Trick Room in our mind. Guys, we were ready to wreck with this thing, but no. Someone got cheeky. Someone's like, you know what? I'm gonna look at Steven's notes and snag him where it hurts. And Crawdon got sniped from us. But in replace of Crawdon, who did we got again?
Instead of Crawdon, what we decided to do was we just moved our draft list up so we could have time to try and find a good replacement.
Oh yeah. And I forgot about that.
We went ahead and picked up the Duoblade, which was our next pick.
Okay. Again, guys, I know we have a weakness this fire already. But just hear me out. Okay, we have Doublade. And again, we were gonna drop like this thing with the Crawdon either way, so it doesn't really matter. But we did not know what we can get now since the Crawdon got sniped, so we moved the Doublade up. Doublade, honestly, Elite knows how good this thing is. You know how good this thing is.
This is like one of my MVPs.
I know how hard it is to prep against this thing. To play against this thing, I had to stall it out with a Milotic that needed the Flame Orb to be able to do work. I had to bust my butt to stall this thing, because even though it doesn't get like any form of recovery, this thing does not die. If Violet on this thing, impossible to take down. It is a better version of freaking Chansey because it can hit back even harder. I don't know. I love this thing.
Oh yeah, totally. And with all the priority it can get, Shadow Sneak, Pursuit, and then Sacred Sword.
He gets Sword Stance. That's what you gotta know. He dances with himself. He gets the Sacred Sword, the Shadow Claw, and the Iron Head.
I also believe it gets Destiny Bond in there too.
It does. It does. He gets Autotomized.
Which you also have to remember in the Trick Room.
In Trick Room, no one will see it coming. Well, now they will since we just said it. But who's really gonna watch this video? It's like already half an hour long, guys. But you know what? We will try to speed it up a bit. But you know what? We're having fun with this because we really want to share our experience with this. Mind you, I am the coach, but I could not have done it, without him. So I give all the credit to you, man, because if it weren't for you, we would not have this team. All right. So before you guys say anything like, oh, but he did all the drafting. Yes, he did. He did the drafting, but we worked together as a team.
Yeah, I was talking with him the whole time. We've been talking about this team that we were planning for like a week now.
Dude, we've been planning this for like legit. We had a week to prepare. We've been up for 3 nights straight trying to figure out what the hell we want. And when this draft is over, you guys will be like, you guys are stupid. Period. Anyways, all right. So the double. So we weren't able to get. So now we're back to the whole drama.
Okay, so we picked up the dual blade, and the very next turn, after we got sniped from the Crawdon, we were going back into round 9, and what do you know, the turn before we pick it, yet again, someone picks up the Polytoad.
Okay, here's the clear up. We wanted the Polytoad. That's not, what's a Pikachu Libre? No, Polytoad. Polytoad. Oh my god, I can't spell. Alright, so we wanted the Polytoad mainly because it was a way to scare. We do have a big fire weakness. So the Drizzle, even on the weeks that we don't bring the the Ninetales, we have the Polytoad for the Drizzle, so that we can actually take any fire type move and hit back really hard.
Not to mention having Water Absorb as a backup if we didn't want to bring Drizzle.
We can't confuse people. We'd be like, wait, he's bringing Hail and Drizzle? And then be like, we don't want to bring the Gastron today. Instead, we'll bring a Water Absorb Polytoad. We take a Slurp, and you know what? I'm just getting triggered because, we weren't able to get it, so...
Yet again, what turn before us.
It's like they knew our draft. It's like they knew what we were gonna get. Anyways, so what did we end up getting?
So instead, we decided we needed the Drizzle. So we were going to pick up the Pelipper.
Okay, so you guys like, why get Pelipper? Now you're weak to more rock types. Now you have a useless bird that gets Rain Dish apparently. But we got the Drizzle either way. But now we got 100% Hurricanes in the rain, which we don't have a stab flying type move yet in the team. And you guys don't know how good flying types are in this format. There's very little that resist it, and when they do, it's what, a rock type? We have Skull, we have Surf in the rain. Can't really mess with us anymore. So even though we did lose the Polytoad, we still have the Pelipper in the bag. Which I don't mind using this trash spawn. And he gets Blizzard too, so.
It's prepared for both.
It's prepared for both. Plus he gets a defog, so plus we have another defog. This thing gets Gunk Shot. What? Okay, cool. That's different. I didn't know that. But he does get the knockoff, which is not gonna be hard, but we can get rid of item. He gets Ice Beam, he gets Seed Bomb. Did you know that?
I did not.
You learn something new every day. Anyways, we do get a Skull, and we get a good Pivot Mon, which is always good. But the 100% on the Hurricane in the rain, super clutch plus Skull. I don't mind this one.
As well as access to Tailwind.
Forgot about that. We get Tailwind, so even better. So yeah, this was 2 snipes in a row, which really kind of made our draft a little bit topsy-turvy, if you want to say.
This is when I started to panic.
This is when he started to panic, and then we realized that we need to relax and see what we need to get. So even though we were planning to speak a lot more about the Polytoad, because we thought that we weren't gonna get sniped the whole time because we were doing so well. We really were. Like even with the Thunderous, we already had like a 2 things like in the back for it. So we were not expecting the Chronon and the Polytoad to be sniped at all. But
literally 2 rounds in a row, the turn before us.
But we got the Pelipper, and what did we get right after? I think that this was when we really started to panic, and we started to text each other back and forth. And this is when I was getting some really weird looks at work. It was like, mind you, I'm a chef, so I'm constantly like doing prep, but like I was peeling potatoes while freaking like hitting you up, my dude.
Oh my goodness.
I was peeling potatoes like my life depended on it, and be like, okay, how about this? What is in this tier? What can, mind you, we only get what? We still need a tier 5, and plus we need a tier 2 or below mon for
we
our
had
last
140 points left, and we also needed our tier 5.
So
and
with the 140 points, it meant that we can't go into tier A anymore. So no matter what, we're still losing points. But we got a tier 2 and below, and the tier 5 was pretty much like the joke pick for like everyone else, pretty much. Not for us. We had plans for days. That's what I'm saying. We had plans for days. All right.
Yeah.
So who do we pick next?
So we still didn't know how to replace our Crawdaunt yet. We were still thinking this entire time through it. So we were like, okay, we wanted to save this mon for last because this was like what we were building this team around. And so instead of picking it last, we moved it up one spot, and we picked up the Bear Take.
What do you have for a well-played Bear Take? My goodness, my dude. Mind you, this is my first ever shiny mon. Ever. And Deja Vu, by the way. Oh my goodness. Deja Vu. Anyways. This was my first ever shiny. The nice and purple pink claws. I love them. Bear Take. You know why we picked Bear Take? This dude got buff 130 base attack. He got Slush Rush and Swift Swim. Double weather for a reason, guys. This probably threw so many people off.
Oh yeah, when we drafted this thing, they're like, "Oh, it all makes sense now."
Mind you, we were like throwing people like in the left and right, and we're like, wait, why did they run double? What? Why pellet? Mind you, I'm pretty sure that when they like when we scooped up the pellet pro, everyone was going like, what is wrong with these people? Like, he's just like, is he stupid or something? Like, what, you have Aurora Veil? Why we? Now it all makes sense. Bear Take, I'm super excited to use. People underestimate this thing so much. 130 in attack is ridiculous. And guess what? He's our Z captain. Nothing's living.
Yep.
On top of double speed, you're gonna get knocked out by this thing. We calc a Porygon 2 stat. This thing knocks everything out. Like after rocks, I think it was, right?
Yep.
After rocks, all up pummeling kills a
and
Porygon
if not
2.
rocks, we have hail.
We have hail. If not hail, we have the Aqua Jet. Priority. You didn't know about that, did you?
Oh, I absolutely know about that.
Okay, so he knew about that. But in the rain, a boosted Aqua Jet. Busted. I don't know. I love this thing. This thing is Encore. You're trying to stop me? Please keep going. And that's exactly how the Encore sounds. Exactly like the clap. This thing just play Twinkle Tackle. This thing's playing with his pink claw, saying Twinkle Tackle all day long. I don't know. I'm loving this thing. At first we were really playing around with this dot, but the more we put up to it, like, we just said, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? Right? We were just like, hey, why not?
It started out just with Ninetales, and then we were looking for a tier 5 because we couldn't find a tier 5. And I saw this, and I was like, well, what if we drafted Rain as well?
I'm sorry, but I called you stupid that time too, and I am like, bro, are you dumb? I'm like, wait, but we got Pelipper and Polytone. I'm like, you know what? This might actually work out, right? We're like, you know what? This might actually work out, like, for the best. You know what? I'm super excited about this. I know that you're very excited about this.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
We want to see the Bear Take to work. I'm saying I'm excited. But, of course, we were left because of the Crawdaunt. Trust me, the Crawdaunt pick meant so much to us. That was our dark typing. That was our
adaptability in the rain.
Adaptability in the rain. We were so prepared.
With Trick Room.
We were so prepared to build. If not Bear Take, we had Crawdaunt. And Crawdaunt, trust me, I've been wanting to use Crawdaunt for the longest time, guys. But we only were able to pick up one thing. And you know what? We're bringing back the adaptability. Who did we pick up this time around? Trust me, this took like 20 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
To pick.
This last pick. We went through like every tier on everything we could think of. We hit mons like Superior, Slowbro, Slowking, Sharpedo.
Wait, did no one draft Slowbro?
No one drafted Slowbro.
Okay, go on.
We also thought about Houndoom to try and help with our fire weakness a little bit with the flash fire.
Because
but
I think we have... Actually, we don't have that big of a fire weakness, my dude.
Nope.
I honestly thought that we did for the longest time. We have 2 fire weaknesses.
We have 3.
Well...
Beartick, Dual Blade, and...
He's living any hit. He doesn't... He never dies. He never dies. Alright.
But, in the end, we decided from tier 3 to pick up the
Dragouge, whatever you want to call it. This beautiful. Oh my god. This thing kills something every time he comes in. Period. Don't know what you are. Do not care what you are. This thing kills. Do you? Alright. Let's say it's base 97. Okay. It gets stabbed. Okay. At that ability, double stab. Draco, dead.
Choice Specs.
Choice Specs Draco, everything dies. Except for Fairy, but you know. But everything just dies to a +1 or it's Choice Specs Draco. He gets Focus Blast, he gets Slush Wave, which is stab too. We needed a poison type too in the team, which I don't think we even got either.
I don't think so, no.
We get the Toxic Spike, so we can stack Hazard, put up Veil, and Sweep. And under the Trick Room, base 44 speed.
Not bad.
Bruh, this thing's as slow as Snorlax. Actually, no. A Snorlax is actually, I think, base 20 speed. But I don't remember how I know this. But this thing is going to be massive amount of work. Super bulky. Can take 2 or 3 hits out of anything. I had to face this thing so many times, and I never had a good switching for it. Like a psychic type does hurt him, but with the special defense being so damn high, I think that this thing can eat probably 2 things and hit everything with... Bro, it gets play rough.
I know, we can run it some sort of weird physical
Why?
if we wanted.
Why does this thing get... Unfortunately, this does not give us a fire typing overall, but in the rain, who's taking a scold? Who's taking a scold from this thing?
Pump. Doesn't it learn Hydro Pump?
I don't want to miss. I already learned my lesson. I don't want to miss. But anyways, Hydro Pump. What? Do you get Blizzard? Do you even get Blizzard? You don't get Blizzard. Man, this thing get Blizzard? That would be nutty. He gets Bubble, bruh. This thing gets Bubble or Acid Armor. I can be super bulky.
But yeah, we can run this thing special if we wanted to. We could do some sort of weird physical set with Poison Touch even if we wanted to.
Rocky Helmet and with the Poison Touch. Let's go.
Well, Poison Point, but yeah.
Yeah, but like the fact that even though we lost the pretty much one of our most hard-hitting Mon, we just replaced it with equally as hard-hitting as it, even though it's not as high tier, but this thing I think is gonna do so much work in the rain, in the snow, in no weather. Just yeah, that ability is just such a great ability, man. I absolutely love this thing. I absolutely love this thing right now.
And this covered some things that we were having problems with. It also didn't add really any weaknesses that we were worried about.
Because
so
I think
it was perfect.
I think that we were afraid of fighting in fire for the most part. I think that's what like the 2 typings that we were really afraid of. But like overall, I think that we touch bases on every single thing. We don't have a grass type. If you guys didn't notice, we don't have a grass type. But who needs a grass type when you got your boy with the Giga Drain? Just saying, we have ways to make this thing work in all kinds of ways. We do have to do some play testing with it, of course, because I have never played with the with the weather at all before. I think I played with it once, but that was just me playing around. But I'm very excited about this team. Let me know in the comments down below how you think about this team, or what are you excited about. I'm excited about the Beartick. I don't know about you, man.
Oh yeah, totally. Berte is like my golden son right now.
He is the Bronx Beartex right there. He has come to life. He's ready to wreck some souls. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. We're gonna get the hooks out of here. Make sure to show your Rhode Island Regis some support by in the comment section below doing #explosions. Even though we didn't pick a Reggie, mind you, this was super weird to not even think of bringing a Reggie into this draft. Oh my god, you do not know how weird it was for me, man. I'm like, you know what? We're not picking. Why do you have like no idea?
I'm trying to think of something we could do instead of explode with this team.
You know what we do? We sweep. That's what we do. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get the hookers out of here. Have yourself a great day. I am TheNerdySteve.
And Celeste.
And Celeste. And we are going to try our best in the WSS. I know that this was a little bit long, but it's over. It's over, guys. Don't worry. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful week. I think that week 1 starts this Monday, if I recall. So we have our first battle super early, but
against the Pangoros, I believe.
Which apparently has a really scary team already, so whoops, can't really do much about it. Have yourself a great day, stay nerdy, stay awesome, and we're gonna get the heck out of here, guys. Bye.
Have a good one.